What up? Wow, what a beautiful day, guys. The bike gods have blessed us today. We got some 60-degree weather. It is November and we're out here riding. So thank you to the bike gods. On top of that, I'm off from work this whole week, which is amazing. So plenty of content coming up this whole week, guys. Maybe 4 videos, maybe 5 videos. Right now I'm making my way over to the bridge, about to cross the George Washington Bridge over to New York, and meet up with Lex in the Bronx. We're gonna chop it up real quick. I might even let him ride my bike. He might let me ride his bike. So that's for another video coming up. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna roll the intro and get into the discussion of the day right about now. Wow, look at that flag. Oh, by the way, today's Veterans Day, so thank you so much for those of you who serve for us, who help us all be free in this country, allowing us to ride these beautiful bikes and go to amazing places and do all the amazing things that we can do in the United States of America, only in America. Look at that view, man. Beautiful. Oh, the Hudson. Gorgeous day, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the discussion of the day. I've been wanting to do this video for a while already because I have been getting a lot of questions. People have been asking me, why did you choose that bike over any other bike on the Softail lineup? So right before we get into that, let me just let you know, if you don't know already, prior to me having this bike, I had an Iron 883, and I had that bike for a little over a year. And I'm not gonna say I outgrew it, but what I am gonna say is that I wanted more. I wanted more performance. I wanted to have more add-ons on the bike. And the Softail lineup obviously was the right route for me to go. So, damn it, I should have got off right there. Shoot. Damn, these roads here suck. They're bumpy as hell. Welcome to New York, baby, where all the roads are trashy and all the roads are dirty. All right, so right when I decided that I want to get rid of my Iron 883, I started looking into other bikes on the Softail lineup, and during that time this bike wasn't out yet. So the main bike that I was looking at the time was the Street Bob, and I really liked that bike a lot. Like, I really did. All right, so this is Uptown Manhattan right here. This is Washington Heights. This is Little DR right here. So for those of you guys who aren't from around the area, this is Little DR right here, man. All Dominicans are in this area. All right, so anyways, so right around that time I was looking at the Street Bob, and I loved the Street Bob. The Street Bob to me was amazing. It had everything that I wanted. But I was also looking at other bikes. I was also looking at the Heritage, because the Heritage to me is probably my second favorite bike on the Softail frame. First is this one, and if it wasn't for this bike, I probably would get a Heritage over the Street Bob, and I'll give you the reasons why right now. Number one, it brings that screen and those bags that are completely removable, and you're able to take them off and you're able to convert that bike into something else. You basically have 3 bikes in one, which is dope. So I was looking at the Street Bob, I was looking at the Heritage. What else? The Low Rider I looked at first. I don't know, I liked it. And even though this is right here a Low Rider, but this is just totally different, I really liked it, but I wasn't in love with it. You know, it didn't have everything that this bike here comes with. And to make that bike into this, well, it's gonna take you a lot of money, and you're better off probably going with this. I'm gonna just go the long way, give you guys a tour of the Bronx now. Hey, look at that, full of garbage. Nice. Wait, there is one bike I forgot, the Sport Glide. I did take out the Sport Glide, if you saw that video. And that's a bike that when I first saw it, I paid no mind to it, and it looked okay. And then as I started looking into it more and doing research on it, I was like, you know, this bike is kind of cool. You know, you're able to take the bags off and everything, and if you want to take that fairing off from the front, you're also able to do it. So I thought it was pretty cool. And then I took it out. It performed amazing. I really liked the ride of it. Very nice. And that was the same day that I also took out the Heritage, and obviously I like the Heritage more. So it came down to the Heritage, and then it came down to the Street Bob, and I was leaning towards more the Heritage. Only thing was that price point, because the Street Bob is obviously the cheapest softail you can get, around $14,000, and the Heritage you're looking at around $18,000. So obviously a big gap there. That's a big difference when it comes to money, when it comes to your payments. And I was like, you know what, can I afford it, can I not? And I was like, I was still up in the air. I really didn't know what I wanted until this bike came out, and they came out with the little clip that everyone went crazy over, and everyone thought it was false, that the Lowrider S was not back. And then to come to find out, it was all true. So I went out, I went on this demo ride, got on this bike, fell in love with it instantly. The minute I put my leg over this bike, I was like, wow, I love the comfort of it. Turned it on, took it out for that ride, came back with the biggest smile on my face that I think I've never had before. And I was like, that's it, this is it, man. Like right there and then I knew after that ride. You always know, man, you always know. The minute you see that bike and you walk away from it and you just can't stop looking at it, you're gonna catch yourself looking at it a few times because you just can't stop looking at it because you're just so in love with that bike. That's how you know, man. And it's like that old saying, corny but it's true, man. If you don't look back at your bike, that's not your bike, man. That's not the bike for you. Anytime I leave my bike anywhere, I look back at it, man. I got to, because she's a beauty. The Grim Reaper. She is a beauty. Now this bike also has everything that those bikes had, which I was looking for, which number one was an LED light. It needed to have an LED light. Number two, it needed to have the Milwaukee 8. Number three, it needed to have the USB port that it has right here in the front, able so I can charge my phone or my GoPro, whatever it is. Basically every bike on the Softail lineup has that. And that every bike on the Softail lineup had every little thing that I wanted. At first to me was a little difficult because it was like, all right, they all have it, they'll have everything I'm looking for. It's really all going to come down to comfort and aesthetics for me. And obviously that's what I found in this bike. Felt very comfortable on it. I fell in love with it, and that was it. It was very, very easy for me to pick. It was just a hassle for me to get this bike because a few dealerships were receiving them and they were basically selling out as soon as they hit the shop floor. So it took me a few weeks to get my hands on it, but I finally did, and boy was I happy. Man, that smells like mad weed out here. Woo! Boy, she sounds so good. She sounds amazing. Now, if you guys are in the market and you're looking to get a bike in a Softail frame, guys, I pretty much done a review on each and every model. So I'll link some at the end of this video for you to watch. I've done the Street Bob, I've done the Fat Bob, I've done the Heritage, the Sport Glide. What else? The Fat Boy video I haven't edited yet. That should be up in a day or two. So you guys can look through all those videos, see what I think about each bike. Each one is obviously very different aesthetically, and even though they are all on the Softail frame, they all ride differently, guys. They all feel different. My advice to everybody, like always, is listen, go out there, go to your nearest Harley dealership, throw a leg over one of them, see how you feel on it. And then take one out for a ride, man. That's the only way you're gonna know. The only way. I'm super happy with my decision though. I made the perfect decision. I hardly ever ride around here because people around here don't know how to drive at all. I try to avoid riding in the city, man. FYI, I also got a nice video coming up for you guys. I'm gonna be doing the Times Square little ride at nighttime just to show you guys all the lights. So one of these nights when it's pretty warm out, not tonight, I can't tonight, but one of these nights I'm gonna take a nice ride out to the Times Square, show you guys everything there is to do in Times Square, all the beautiful lights and activities and shows and blasey, 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 blasey. All that good shit. All that good. This is why I really hate riding over here as well. It's just, there's always traffic, man. But like I was saying, guys, what won me over to buy this bike was just plain looks, man. The bike looks amazing. I fell in love with it, took it out for a ride, fell in love with it over again, and that was it. So ride what you like. Don't worry about what the next person is riding. You ride what you like, and you ride what you feel comfortable on, all right? All right, now I'm gonna give you guys a few tips on what to look for before buying your bike though. All right, so number one, ask yourself, what kind of riding are you going to be doing? After you decide that, then you're going to have to look at fuel capacity. After you look at that, you're going to want to ask yourself, well, am I going to be riding with a passenger? Am I going to be riding by myself most of the time? Because that's also going to matter, because you're going to want something that's going to be comfortable if you're going to have a passenger. And then obviously after that, you're gonna ask yourself, well, what can I afford? What can I afford? I know what I want the bike for. I know what I want in it. Now, how much can I afford? Because that's obviously one of the most important things. After you got all that sorted out, then you should be fine. You're probably gonna look at 2 or 3 bikes which you're gonna have a hard time deciding over. And look at videos too, man. Like, don't even look at mine. Like, I mean, yeah, look at mine, but look at other people's videos as well. See what their opinions on the bikes are. And search around. That's gonna help y'all a lot as well. With that being said, I think I'm gonna end the video there, guys. It is a beautiful day. I hope everyone's enjoying their Veterans Day. I hope everyone's enjoying the last few months of this year and what a year it has been. If you're new to my channel, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell button. It's going to notify you anytime I upload a new video. And like always, guys, ride safe and enjoy the ride, man. Peace.